Saturday, everybody. It is Dr. Crockett. I said it right this week. Dr. Crockett is in the building.
Dr. Crockett is in the building.
What's up, man? You good?
Man, I'm drop dead gorgeous. I can't complain. As they say, smithereens clean.
Yeah, man.
From my head to the floor.
You made it through this Arctic blast. I said it
dog.
right.
Oh,
Smithereen clean through the blast. Did you get out and play in the snow?
Man, well, you understand me? I had to walk around. Like, I'll tell you the most hilarious thing. So I take Lil Croc. We got to go check on the properties, right? Mm-hmm. So we ride. We doing our check. And I pull back up to the house. He got an arsenal of snowballs.
Yes, sir.
Sitting on top of the car.
That's what
he jump out the car first. So then I pull up in the driveway about to get out the car at the house. This man ready to light me up. I see what's going on. I said, all right, player.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah, I told myself, I'm really from Memphis. I know how to make these jumps where they hurt a little.
I know you say not the little bitty ones.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you with the real ice.
Come on, now.
Yeah, we had fun, man. It's seeing the people just kind of get out, ride on the ice a little bit, get your little cardboard box or some form so you can kind of slide down. But I saw a lot of people in middle outdoor theater say, you slide down, you better be careful because sometimes they're getting up.
Yeah, it's quite challenging.
It's quite a challenge, yeah.
Then I had the folks in the hood, man, they riding around on the four-wheelers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Great enjoyment.
They enjoying themselves, man.
Yeah, I was just excited that our power grid held up good.
Man,
so we can get out and enjoy
Lord, man. Yeah. None of my people lost power. Mm-hmm. I heard a couple people lost water.
Yeah.
But none of my people lost power, and praise God, all my properties didn't lose. We ain't had no pipes.
Thank God. Thank God. And that's the challenge that a lot of people have been debating. You talk about the water do you let the pipes drip? Because remember, we was growing up. Yeah. That's what our parents would do. They would let it drip. But then you have those in some county city officials who would say, don't do it. Right. Don't let it drip. But then, I come from the old school, so I was letting it drip in.
Man, I was dripping hard. The only way, one of the properties has PICS plumbing.
Oh, I got you.
And I ain't trying to, promote PICS, but you don't have, long as you got that PVC all through there, you really okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I was letting everything drip anyway. And I ain't finna take that chance. And it worked. So when I turned that water on in the morning, it was like, hey, it's coming out nice, so let us roll. But man, it's a great time, Crockett and Son. Of course, we thank you guys for being with us on this Saturday. Let's talk business with Crockett and AV. When you see the C, you know it's me, and when you hear the C, it's Crockett and
AV. Mike, it's tax season.
Yes,
we're in the midst of it all, baby.
Hey, Doc, I'm trying to tell you, Doc, this is probably the best tax season I ever experienced. Because now, not only can we have a Zoom meeting and do your taxes via Zoom, we can wire same day. Usually it was the ACH. So it would have to take 24 hours. The day would have to turn over for the money to hit your account. Okay. But you can do it this morning and get it before lunch.
We can get it before lunch?
Yeah, and you ain't got to walk in. See, that's why everybody was coming to get them checks.
Yeah.
Because them checks was printed within 45 minutes to an hour, right?
We can have it today.
Yeah, we click and print, right? Yeah. But now, so if y'all don't see me posting pictures with all of the check receivers, that's because they receiving wires now. We have matured as a tax organization and a country.
We wired up, baby. 281-576-9119. Let's get the process started so we can get those checks, wires raining down with money for you. Several things on the table today, Mike. We get an opportunity to talk about because, we've always been pretty big. I've been mentioning to people just throughout the city as I've been going places about the trust in wheels. We've been talking about that and people are like, oh, man, that's an awesome idea, a great thing that you guys are doing to help out the community. And also, Mike, we were talking about the special enrollment with healthcare. We know it's important. So, Mike, for insurance, let's dive into what is this special enrollment as well.
Well, everybody know that the open enrollment ended on January the 15th, right? So people want to know what is special enrollment. Well, for those of you between the ages of 19 to 64, if you don't have health insurance, that's a special situation. Yeah, so we need to definitely get you enrolled immediately, right? Yeah. If you in between the ages of 19 to 64 and this new insurance company that you got with is not really meeting all of the doctors change who they do and don't accept. Mm-hmm. So the doctor that you love may not be accepting this new policy that you have, right? So then you need to find a different company that fits their particular need. That's also a special situation. Okay. So we encourage you all to not only contact I call them healthcare advocates. Y'all know that. Mm-hmm. Contact your healthcare advocate. That's your insurance agent. And if you don't have one of those, call us at 281-576-9119.
So Mike, I mean to cut you off, but
Go ahead.
I'm understanding. So if I'm in a situation where the doctor, like you said, that I've been going to for years, all of a sudden is not accepting this insurance, then I can kind of maneuver out of that particular insurance. Am I understanding?
Absolutely,
that right?
absolutely.
Okay. Never knew that.
Yeah.
Just thought you just pretty much have to just find another doctor who fits within the insurance that you have.
Well, see, right now it depends on how you have your insurance. If you have ACA, the Affordable Care Act, you have the ability to maneuver.
Okay.
But if you on the job, you can only maneuver during your open enrollment.
Okay.
Right. See, the Affordable Care Act was created to cover the people that don't have health insurance or can't afford the health insurance provided by their jobs.
Yeah.
Now, with ACA comes the ability to function with your own free will. Mm-hmm. So if you're working at a job and the group insurance has you in a position where you got to stay there and you can only switch during that open enrollment. But the way ACA is set up, you can move at will per your special situation.
Yeah. And we get to this time of the year, we know as we start the new year's here, we're moving into, 2025 strong. There's still a lot of people in our families, in our communities who don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
We see it all the time when we do our tours and we move about the city. Mm-hmm. Man, we got to make sure. We got to be good. We got to communicate, especially with our family and our community, to find out who's not covered. Because like you said, there's an opportunity for them to get health insurance. It's like, why not?
Right.
Why aren't you covered?
Well, they need to not only capitalize on the opportunity to get covered, you need to understand what's going on in our community at this time. This year is a very, very critical year for everybody to have health insurance. Well, why is it more critical than before? Because under this new administration, the person that's in power over healthcare does not support vaccinations.
Yeah.
Right? And we've heard of the COVID is coming back. The numbers are rising. We've heard that monkeypox is now killing folks.
Bird flu.
Yeah. All of these things are coming, but our person that is over healthcare, it does not really believe in vaccinations for these things. So this is where you get to learn the difference between government funded and private sector, right? So your health insurance can still cover vaccinations, although the government will not provide vaccinations for you for free or provide any subsidies for vaccinations. The health insurance still covers those things that the government is not involved in, just as it covers when you break an arm or you have to go to the doctor to get a physical. The government is not in your physical, but your health insurance covers your physical, right? Yeah. So the government, it doesn't have to be involved in you getting vaccinated as long as your health insurance is assisting you in being vaccinated. You can now get vaccinated, or you have to pay cash out of pocket for that thing.
Right.
Because if you need it regardless of how it gets taken care of.
Okay.
So it's very important that we get health insurance now so that we can be insured before anything occurs in the country, so that we'll be able to take care of ourselves and our families. Yeah. That's a big deal.
Yeah, because we don't know what's coming ahead. But
right.
We know who holds the future, but as we navigate with the administration, we're seeing new things change each and every day. Yes. So that's why Crockett & Son is valuable to you. 281-576-9119, 281-576-9119. Let's rewind the clock once again. When does the IRS start accepting those returns, Mike?
Well, the IRS starts on the 27th of January.
Okay.
That's when they officially start accepting returns. You have been seeing, they do a test pool. So you've been seeing some of the people get received now. Mm-hmm. But that's why your cash advance is so important. That $6,000 up to $6,000 that we give same day, that covers you until you get the remainder of your refund.
Okay.
Now, I want to say that because February the 15th, if you claim independence, right, if you're capitalizing on the child tax credit in any way.
Well, you're going to see a lot of fathers in now with this administration want to change up
Woo! Now, I can't wait to see the dust settle on that right there. Yeah. Right. That whole subject is interesting to me. Yeah. And I'm going to explain to you why it's interesting, right? So, say if you are a father of a child, baby daddy, however you classify yourselves, right? And you're on child support, right? They're now saying that you get to claim the child.
Yeah.
right? And that's what this administration is doing. So let's just say this is where it get interesting to Michael Crockett. So say you got a child, right? Average child support for one child is somewhere between $400 to $500 a month, something like that average, right? Yeah. So you've been paying $500 a month for this child, right? So that's $6,000 a year, right? But is that half or more than half of the amount that the child costs?
Right, yeah, because we know the child is gonna cost more than that.
Come on, I got one at the crib.
Yeah, you can eat $6,000 in a month.
Look, Crockett. I ain't gonna even go there. Yeah. I'm gonna just say this here. All I had to pay was $500.
You be happy, yes.
And you can keep the tax, the refund. If all I can pay $500, man, please, that's a whole other subject.
But you know, some brothers, some minds of some men, Mike.
Yeah,
birthed out of the relationship that they may have.
Yeah, them scars. Yeah, them scars are screaming and hollering now.
Brother, like, give me that back.
Yeah.
Give me that back.
So it's two different sides. Yeah. A lot of the guys are saying, well, now we ain't got to go through it, right? And I know it because I do taxes. I hear it in you. Hey, man, how I got to pay child support and then she get to get the whole thing, right? So now he finna flip the script. It's going to be a very interesting community next year. That rule does not apply to this tax season.
Right. So don't get too happy.
Don't get too. That's a 2026 conversation, right? So on your 2025 tax return that'll be due next year.
She finna get it now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if that passes through litigation. I don't know if that's going to pass, but it's definitely finna make the country an interesting place.
Yeah, but just want you to know, fellas, she getting it this year.
Yeah.
All right, so she relax.
Yeah, and be nice to her if you want to get in there.
But the 27th, is when the IRS.
Yeah, January 27th is when the IRS start accepting returns, and that's for people that don't have children on their return. February the 15th is the day that they're going to start accepting returns for the people that do have children on their returns. But if you need your money now, go ahead and give us a call, 281-576-9119. We will file your taxes and get you up to a $6,000 same-day cash advance wired to your account. Schedule your Zoom meeting today.
All right, let's talk business with Crockett and AV. Mike, I want to ask you a question because when it comes to especially bringing in all of these receipts for returns, a lot of times I'm sure you get people coming in asking, what is deductible? What can I put on here?
Yeah.
You know, Mike, I go to cleaners.
Yeah.
I might go to cleaners.
Yeah.
Wear suits that they may do presentations in.
Yes, Lord.
Is that something you can get? Well, gas receipts. Like, what are some of the things that people bring into the office?
Now, that get real interesting. But I will say this here. If your clothes are your uniform, then that is deductible.
Okay.
Right? So you got to keep your uniform clean. That is deductible.
Okay.
If your cell phone is your business line, I got about, they told me the other day, they called me and said, I got 46 lines on my business account. So, that's definitely deductible. But, so your cell phone is deductible. Now, here's where it get interesting. This is the one that trip people out. If you drive to work, that's not deductible.
Why not, Mike?
Well, because it's got to be over a certain amount of miles.
Okay.
In order for it to be considered to be for work. But if you drive while at work, that is deductible.
Okay. So I can go to lunch, I can put that.
Yeah. Depending if it's a business lunch.
It's a business lunch, right?
Shout out to that.
Yeah, it's a business
if y'all
lunch,
eating and talking about business.
We talking business.
For sure.
Yeah, we talking about the job.
Yeah.
So we talking
and it's a deductible situation.
We talking to business. Me and Raul, we go sit down and we talking to business. We talking about the business, right?
Yeah, we're going to deduct all that gasoline and that meal.
Yeah, especially that gas.
And 100% of that meal. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So those things are deductible as well. Then you got things that, we don't even consider to be deductible that's deductible. All of the marketing material is deductible.
True.
Even if you wear it, if you're drinking that, man, who you telling, Doc? Yeah, shout out to them wraps on them vehicles.
Man.
They deductible. You know what I mean? Because not just the car is deductible, but the wrap is deductible as well. If you know how much they charge to wrap one of them mobile clinics?
I know, because you see it all the time at the station.
Come on now. They got a wrap fleet up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those things are deductible. Then you get into your regular life and you begin to see that those things are deductible as well. So your meals, some people you deduct 50% of the meal or 100% of the meal. Some people want to deduct their mileage versus the price of the gas.
Okay.
Again, the cell phones is a big deduction. And then you got other deductions that we could get into when it comes to your real estate.
Okay.
Things of that sort. Your property taxes, the interest on your mortgage if you got a mortgage. Mm-hmm. Those things are deductible. So it's a zillion deductions. Yeah. It's very important that you have a conversation with your tax preparer.
Exactly.
So that your tax preparer can really get to know how you do business, to make sure that they finding all those deductions that you don't even consider to be a deduction.
Yeah, and then keep up with yourself. Keep up with your receipts. Mm-hmm, I mean, keep up. So you got your business credit cards that you use. Keep up with all this. Right. So then when you're sitting before them, you ain't got to sit and be going to the let me guess how much. I don't need to guess because I'm saying I'm not into guessing.
Come on, not at all. He definitely will get pinpoint accurate if he chooses to.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. But that's why when we do your taxes, once you contact us and schedule your appointment, we then shoot you out an email to just give you a quick questionnaire about yourself, so you can itemize as much as you can to prepare you for the Zoom meeting. So when we have this 30-minute meeting, you prepared to give us the answers and talk through it, so we can get you the maximum refund, because we want to see you with some money.
Right now, 281-576-9119, 281-576-9119. Let's shift the corner again, Mike. Let's talk about the importance of the old famous words you're going to hear from us throughout 2025 and beyond: trust and wills.
Oh,
the importance of getting that done, not yesterday, but right now.
Well, right now, and everybody always says something is extremely important, but I'm going to say this to you from the bottom of my heart at this moment in time. Right now, having a trust and will is more important than you can imagine, right? First of all, I'm going to say, just look at how many people died in December.
Oof.
Last month.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of history makers last month. So that's the ones that was televised. But in your community and the people you know, you love and talk to, that you know and love, those people, you know how many people you've lost in that particular group. Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm saying to you is, if your trust and your will is not in place, those are assets. Right. Those assets that you have, they're going to the state.
Well, Mike, let's open it up then and explain to everybody who may just be joining us the first time hearing the show, break down the importance of the trust and the will, because we hear and have heard for generations about a will.
Yeah.
But when it comes into the trust, people are like, well, what is this? So open those up.
So a will is a list of your wishes. So everybody should have a will. It's a fact.
Yeah.
So all of your assets, everything that you got, and when you go see God, you want a list of all of that and where you want it to go and who you want to get it, right? But if you do not put that list, that will, into a trust, then it can be contested.
Yeah.
Right? So when somebody contests your will, it holds your assets up.
Yep.
Right? That's when they get caught up in the probate, probate court, things of that sort. So what happens is, now until it gets resolved in probate, everybody got to pay the lawyers.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a fight.
And the taxes on property goes up.
Yeah.
And what happens with probate is the taxes get too high for the people who bickering over it, the people who are contesting it, to be able to afford to pay the taxes to actually keep the assets, so the asset wind up going to the state.
Yeah.
When this is something that you work your entire life to have. Some people, man, when you go get a mortgage, they give you a 30-year mortgage. Mm-hmm. Not unless you ask for something different. Most people buy their houses in their 30s, not in their 20s.
Yeah.
Most people go see God in their 70s.
Yeah.
So some of those people do refinances and then pay it down and all of that. By the time you get that house paid off, it's 30 to 40 years. So what you've been paying on for 30 to 40 years of your life winds up going to the state, because your children can't sit down and have an understanding of doing exactly what you said. Yeah. They all know what they want, but it ain't what you said do, right?
Yeah.
So the only way that you can get things done the way you say to do it is to take your list of wishes, which is your will, and put it inside of a trust. And the trust is called a probate protection trust. So it protects your wishes from probate. And that's with your bank accounts. That's with all of your assets, your cars, your houses, whatever it is that you tend to, whatever it is that you've acquired over the time that you've been on the planet that you want to leave to your people. Yeah. It's protecting your inheritance. Mm-hmm. If we do the will and we do not do the trust, we're not protecting our inheritance for the bloodline to flow the way we decide for it.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Not only protecting, like you said, the bloodline, protecting my wishes, but it's helping to keep your family from all the bickering.
Man, come on, settled. It keep peace in the bloodline. It's settled. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
That's almost. You don't mind if I take that with me? The trust settles the bickering.
Yeah, it's settled.
Right, settles all of the disputes before they can even come out. So now everybody can just grieve.
Just grieve, yeah. We can get to start the process of healing.
Come on, man. Come on.
Because it's been settled.
Because I say this every time somebody have me come out to speak about it. I say, we all got children.
Yeah.
We all know our children. And we know which one going to do whatever. Right? Or which 2 or 3. But if we put together our list of wishes and we put those wishes inside the trust. Yeah. Now those wishes are protected, and everything is going to go the way that we want it to. So guess who can be at peace? Yeah. We can.
We can. What the song say, God said it, that settles it. The trust says it, that settles it.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's done. 281-576-9119. Call Officer Crockett and Son right now so we can get you started and having this conversation with Trust and Wills. All right, Mike, let's put it together then. How are Trust and Wills along with healthcare tied together?
Well, first of all, we want you to be healthy, period.
Number one.
Now, I don't know how many of y'all, I'm 50 now, right? So, come on now. So, my mama is the grandmama, right? She the matriarch, right? And then we got kids, right? What am I saying? I've been in a situation to watch the worry of how is it going to go. Yeah. See, my grandmama ain't here no more.
Right.
So, I don't know if they gonna do right. My granny had 10 kids. And 42 grandkids. Ooh. So my family's quite stout, family, yeah. Right? But so how is everything going to go, and is it going to go the way she wanted to go was her concern until she went to go see God, right? That ain't something my mama got to go through.
Right.
Because me and my mama got 2 kids, right? And I think, I can't count it now because Tab had 4 and they got plenty. I got a little Crockett. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother vibe. But, long story short,
you gotta do them like that.
Man. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing. Now I'm a big family dude, but my mom is not concerned about her wishes. Yeah, because now she's setting it up exactly how she wanted to go. Ain't no question marks on what's gonna happen, regardless of how anybody feel about it. You see what I'm saying?
Put your feelings aside. This is settled.
Come on, man, and that's what we're doing. But that's what I did in my house, right? Yeah. Now my dad going to be with God. We never had this conversation.
Yeah.
And now, but his wife was in place, so the other wife, right? So she did what he wanted, right? The way he wanted it, regardless of how his 3 kids felt about it. You understand me? Yeah. And that's how we played. His wishes got followed to the T. You understand me? So that was a very interesting scenario. Yes. So, and I'm saying that to say, I too have been through this, right? I done seen it not go the way it's supposed to go in my bloodline, and I done seen it go the way that my parents wanted to go, and then I done seen it go the way that none of the kids wanted it to go, regardless. You understand what I'm saying? So, but that's the desire of our heart. The desire of my heart is for whatever you amassed over your time and energy and effort on the planet.
Talk to me.
Goes exactly the way you want it to go before you go see God. And in order to ensure that, you have to have a will and a trust. You got to have, and there's some other things that come along with that. You got to have a power of attorney. Yeah. You got to have your healthcare surrogate.
Right.
Document. You got to have, the healthcare surrogate allows the person that you want to be able to speak to the doctor on your behalf when you can't speak.
You need that.
Man, the Claiborne, my best friend, I can say it now because he don't care. He the reason why I got into healthcare, right? Mm-hmm. When he went to the hospital and he had the strokes, he couldn't talk. Yeah. He had to point at letters and pictures to communicate. Mm. But we ain't have no healthcare surrogate or nothing. So we got to figure out what's happening. And the doctors got to figure out because nobody's licensed or signed up to be able to speak for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to get all this stuff in place. Then you got the HIPAA authorization. That's the one that allows us to be able to have access, whoever you want to be able to have access to your medical records.
Yep.
That's important.
Yes.
I just had another guy, and I'm gonna have him come on the show. He came to us to get a trust and will. Charlie, he was taking care of what a friend of the family. This guy does not have any family at all, right? So Charlie taking care of him. Charlie go by the house. The dude been laying on the healthcare people ain't been taking care of him. You know how they go. So he been laying in the floor for 2 days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Charlie get over there to check him out, take care of him. The guy been reaching for the pills mixed up. Charlie don't know what pill to give him.
Right.
He in pain because he can't take the pill.
We don't know what to give him.
I tell Charlie, man, call 911, had them send an ambulance. When the ambulance comes, they can either call the hospital, find out what's going on with the pill, or you got to take him and the pills to the hospital.
They will. They'll take them.
He said, well, I tried. Charlie tells me, I went to the hospital to have them tell me what pills. They couldn't talk to me because the documents weren't in place.
Right. Yeah.
So now he got the HIPAA authorization in place. So now he's able to get that information, and now he can take care of the guy, right? Then you got to have that the document is the end of life.
Yeah.
So whoever you want to be able to decide who gonna pull the plug. Yeah, and it's a real one, but you got to have it.
Yeah.
So it'll be the way you want it to be. And all of this
twice.
stuff. Yeah, come on now.
So,
see there?
Yeah. Yeah. You got to have it because that way you won't have a debate in the room.
There it is.
Because even just recently when Pastor went through with his mom going, they had to make that decision. But there's one, he's in charge. But at the same time, he's open to the opinions of the family. But at the end of the day, he's the final one to make the decision, had to make that tough decision. And so you need that to bring that calm in the room, because if you don't, you have people saying, well, somebody who may be at a point, Mike, where their life, their I forgot the proper way to say it, but the rest of their life won't be a pretty picture. They'll be almost like a vegetable.
Right.
But you got some people want to keep them alive, but they're not there.
Right.
So it's like, what are you doing? Man, time is rolling out as we have fun. This has definitely been a great conversation. 281-576-9119, 281-576-9119 every Saturday. We thank you guys for joining us, 10:30 a.m. for Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. Always a great conversation, Mike, a wealth of information, whether it comes to getting your taxes done, trust and wills, of course, special enrollment for those who need any health care. Call it right now, 281-576-9119, 281-576-9119. When you see the C,
you know it's me, and when you hear the C, it's Dr. Crockett and
AV. Have a blessed Saturday, y'all.